Okay, so I'm here with Adam and Jeff on this presentation, our first presentation for CIT270. So we're going to talk about firewalls, open source firewalls. I'm gonna leave Jeff. Jeff is going to do the presentation. Okay, Jeff, your time.
Okay, are you able to see my screen being shared?
Yes.
Okay, so I looked through the internet for some open source firewalls. There was a lot for Linux. I found a few for Windows, and looking through a list, I decided to try Tiny Wall, and I found it to be very intuitive. It integrates with the built-in Microsoft firewall, but it adds some more features. As you can see, hopefully that's showing up. Let's see.
The PowerPoint presentation. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can start with
Yeah,
that.
this is not going too smooth, sorry. So the Teeny Wall includes a combination of features that sets it apart from both commercial and freeware firewalls. One of the common complaints with the default Windows firewall is the pop-ups that you receive, and Teeny Wall removes that annoyance while providing easy-to-use interface for advanced and beginning users. It gives you more control. One of the features I like about it is that you can password protect it. It easily allows you to block programs that you don't want going out to the internet. It's extremely easy to use. I know it's lightweight. And what I like about it is that you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. I mean, there's already a firewall built into Windows, and it works pretty well. It's just not very intuitive, but this adds a lot of features. You don't have to know a lot about ports and protocols. It adds those features in. And as you can see, you can change the mode. By default, it's on normal protection, or you can block all, allow outgoing, or you can disable it really easy by just a click. As you can see here, I've added Chrome. By default, Firefox was in the list, and then I couldn't get on my Chrome, so I've got it installed on my live Windows, and I was not able to get into Chrome. It was saying it was blocked, so I just went in and found the executable and added that. Same with my Outlook. I had to add that as an exception. In the General tab, it shows you can check for updates automatically, and that's by default. These are the default settings for now, or that came up. I haven't added a password, but I'm planning to do that. And you can enable block lists if you have a block list built. Special exceptions is a recommended list and an optional list. And then a maintenance where you can import settings, export settings, update, so forth. So I found that there's not a whole lot of things that you have to worry about. Mostly your exceptions, and you can detect things that are trying to come through the firewall. So this has been a good learning curve for myself, and I appreciate the opportunity to share this with you.
And I'm seeing that image, Jeff. Try that. I'm seeing that it's a, well, you mentioned that is a lightweight. That's the word, right? Lightweight.
Right.
It's not a heavy software. So I'm looking at that image that it says the CPU and the memory it takes to run on on the CPU is just maybe 7 MB. But it's not taking too much resource from your computer, so that's very interesting.
Yes. So looking at my task manager here, it's uh, processes and performance is it's about normal for what I see on this computer.
Mhm.
So I didn't see a big increase of.
Right. So look at the difference, like Firefox, 114 megabytes. TinyWalt is just 11.6 megabytes running on your,
Yeah,
the so
barely registering
it's very.
here.
I was just wondering, not sure if my question is valid, but I was just wondering if you have like TinyWalt installed on your computer, can you uninstall Windows Firewall
Um,
like an antivirus? If, for example, you have an antivirus, you cannot have two antivirus installed on your computer. So I know you haven't uninstalled the Windows Firewall, but I was just wondering if you can have one.
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. I think I know with uh, this one in particular is integrated with the Windows firewall. So some of the other ones will disable Windows firewall.
Right.
I have noticed that. I've ran a few other ones and I've noticed they disable it. I'm not sure if you can run both. It seems like they would conflict,
Right.
whereas I know you can run two different antiviruses. So that's a good question. But for this one in particular, it integrates with the built-in.
For the built-in Windows. Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Maybe there are more features listed in the next slide.
Yeah, there's if you can see this, say that the modes we can manage. That's what I was in earlier. Show connections, elevate, unblock LAN traffic, enable block lists, white lists. So and it shows in and out number of connections that have gone in and out of. So
Intuitive. Is that a
pretty
word? Intuitive.
yeah, pretty intuitive.
Yes. Because you don't have to know a lot like about ports, for example. Because last time I was learning about Windows firewall, you have to learn or do several things in order to
Right.
block or to create a rule. This is really easy to use. You can just block or create a block list. Very
Right.
good.
Yeah. This it shows it to you, but you don't really have
Mhm.
to go in and do the configurations. So this shows all the active connections, and this shows the open ports, which is really nice. So it shows what ports are listening. In this particular one, it's 49664 and 49720. So hopefully nobody watching this presentation is going to try to hack me.
Uh, Great. Okay, yeah. I think we pretty much covered what the features and what Tiny Wallet is. Do you have any question, Adam, or something you like to add?
No, was that the whole PowerPoint though? Did we show everything in the slides?
Yeah, there is one more slide. Uh, that one, that would be the last one, the last
Okay, but
slide.
that was stuff that we already covered. Cool. I don't have anything.
So that's pretty much what we were talking about, like the port, the main block list, and easy to use, and it also has a password lockdown of setting.
Yeah, and I think that would be a nice feature for uh, if someone remoted into your computer, they couldn't turn off the firewall to bypass your firewall without knowing the password. So that's a nice feature if somebody hacks in.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, so that's that's okay. Is there anything else, Jeff, or something you need to add?
Um, I I think that covers it pretty well.
Very well. Okay. All right. Then. Okay, Jeff. Thank you very much, and Adam as well. Um, so this has been the presentation, our first presentation about open source firewalls, and that's it. Well, thank you very much for joining this meeting.